How do we benefit from our hustle? Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Valeria the Kind Lady. If you're new here, you're so much welcome. And to you, my returning subscribers and viewers, thank you so much for always coming back to watch my content. May God bless you so much for me. So guys, today, this evening, I have something very small to share with you. More especially, this message goes to my fellow house managers, or you can call it housemaids. Doesn't matter where you're watching me from, doesn't matter where you are working from. You might be in your country, but you're working as a housemaid. Not only housemaids, but all hustlers. Whatever the job you are doing, as long as you are hustling, this message is for you. Okay? These are some of the few tips I want to share with you on how to benefit from your hustle. First of all of us, we left our families, our homes, our countries, even our districts or our villages to go out there to look for something. Okay? So, first of all, you have to know your targets as a person. What is your target? Is your target to build a house? Is your target to educate your children? Is your target to buy a land? Is your target to become a landlady or a landlord? Is your target to drive, to buy a car and drive? It depends on what you want, okay? So once you know what you want, that makes it for you easier to benefit from your hustle, all right? So guys, after having your targets, all of your purposes must have a time frame, okay? Whereby you can say, in 2 years, I must do this. In 1 year, I have to do this. In 4 years, I have to do this. It depends on your target, and you have to frame time for it and say what may come, I have to do it, okay? You have to be realistic to your plans, all right? And you have to be strong and firm, all right? Guys, do you think, let me say, time frame is also important, being the reason that it helps you to stay strong, to be determined, so that you cannot jump from this to another place. Once you get a job, know your purpose and be strong and say, I have to do it, okay? Say, I have to do it, I must do it. This goes to my fellow house managers jumping from one house to another house for non-reasonable things, just a few things, because they called you a housemaid, because they called you shagala or kadama. That makes you annoyed and you jump to another house because the other house they are calling you a housemaid. That will affect your time frame. According to your purpose, then time will be going. You are wasting time, okay? So you have to be firm. Even if someone calls a housemaid, you are not going to break your hand, or your leg is going to be off because someone called you such a name. No, you have to have a time frame, all right? There are things you don't have to give years. Once you get determined to your purposes or to your plans, you have to sometimes have deaf ears and blind eyes. There are things you cannot see. There are things you cannot hear. You close your ears, you close your eyes, and you make it, okay? Unless if someone is beating you or doing something horrible to you. That one, it's not allowed. But just abuses and other things, my dear, know why you came, all right? So Let's go to another thing. Another thing is that you have to avoid pride. Some of us, the mistakes we do, which makes us not to complete our targets, it's pride. Just because you came from your village, you are the celebrity of your village, now you want to control the family that you have entered in or the office that you have entered in, that one will totally affect your goals, okay? If you are a celebrity in your country or in your community or in your district, once you get to work, try to respect your bosses. Try to respect people's rules where you have gone. You have to obey them. After going back to your community, you will become a celebrity, okay? Like some of us, more especially, I see this habit in us, house managers or housemaids. You might come from your country, you are a nurse, you are a teacher, you are an accountant, but once you reach these countries that we work in, my dear, all those so-called names, you have to forget about them. You have to remain as a housemaid. You have to remain as Shagala or Kadama. Doesn't matter whether you are a nurse, whether you are a teacher, whether you are a secretary, whether you... Forget all about that, okay? That will help you a lot. But if you put that in yourself, oh, I am a graduate, I won't do this, my dear, you are going to fail. You are going to fail. As long as you have a target. Are you getting money? Yes. Is working as a housemaid making you to earn? Yes. Do it. Just do it. You will go back to your country and then you'll be called a teacher, you'll be called a nurse, you'll be called a doctor, you'll be called blah blah blah. But once you are in someone's house working or a company or anything, my dear, your pride has to come down, totally down. Forget all about that and do what really brought you, okay? And another thing is that you should stop being so emotional to every problem that comes around in your family. Once you become so emotional, you are going to solve problems with all the money you are working, and those problems will never get finished. And then you end up, for example, if you have signed a 2-year contract or a 4-year contract, you go back with the empty-handed. So my dear, it's better you care about yourself, you know your targets. And I'm not saying that you should stop helping out people in your community, in your family, but you should avoid being so emotional. You know, sometimes these emotions, there is a way it drives you. You give something out of your emotions, and then later you regret why you spend all the money on people's problems, okay? Like, I am a live example. I'm so emotional. When I hear someone is sick, I'm that person who just hurries quickly and get something, whatever I have, and give. But I came to learn that there is a time my children almost sat home. They did not have school fees. And then I realized that there is a person I helped with a lot of money. Instead of helping little, I got almost the whole money and I gave it out, and my children were stuck going back to school. So I regretted. So I don't want you to do the same mistake that I did. Always know your targets. Always know your purposes. Always know about those things that you want to achieve in a year. Once you work upon those things, just get little, help people, give out something little, because it's also good in the eyes of God. Helping people is so good, but at least work upon your issues. Then the little that is remained, give it to someone, okay? So dear, you have to help, but You have to moderate the way you help out to people. I think those are just a few of tips that I wanted to share with you guys today. Also, don't do what others are doing. Stop copying people. Be you. Know what you want. Know what's good for you. Don't do what we call bandwagoning. When others are moving, you also move. No, it's not good. What someone is doing, you also want to do that. It's not right. Just because someone bought a car, you have also to buy a car. No, it will not work that way. Okay? It's good for you to know the things that are good for you. You know how much you earn. But if you keep on copying people, you can end up getting lost. So it's a bye bye.